Frankenstein is the latest movie from director Guillermo del Toro and is also the latest adaptation of Mary Shelley's critically acclaimed gothic tragedy. Frankenstein, I would definitely say, is definitely one that is interesting in cases of adaptation. Most adaptations take the outline of the original story and just kind of do whatever they really want with it. Most that can be clearly seen from the depiction of Frankenstein's monster. In most adaptations, he's portrayed as being this giant, grotesque zombie, which in many sense he is. That's unintelligent and is essentially a child, which he is at first. But I would say this version of Frankenstein definitely leans a lot more into the intelligence of the creature. And you don't see that very often. There's only been, I think, maybe 2 or 3 adaptations have tried this before. The Hallmark miniseries, the Kenneth Branagh version, and this really old one that kind of follows it, but not really. This is definitely, I feel like, my favorite adaptation, though. It's not a perfect one-to-one, but does follow the basic ideas and themes. And you can definitely tell this is a Del Toro depiction of Frankenstein, because you're expecting, as honestly, there are two different types of movies in this. You have the first half, which is very much a character study of Victor Frankenstein, and then the second half, which focuses heavily on the creature and definitely makes you more sympathetic to him and makes you kind of think, you know what? Screw you, Victor. You deserve to die. And I don't know if that's what people will be wanting from this. Like, if you're wanting the kind of James Whale version of Frankenstein, you might come out disappointed. But this is definitely a very accessible depiction of the Frankenstein story. There is a lot of violence throughout it that will hold a lot of viewers' attention. And on that, and going on from that, stuff that I legit do like about it on a filmmaking level, everything in the text is honestly some of the best stuff of the year. The costumes are just gorgeous. Cinematography, some of the best shots. I honestly feel like this is gonna win best cinematography at the Oscars. And honestly, production design just everything following the text, gorgeous. Give this all the Oscars for the text, score, production design, costume design, makeup. Yeah, but the question is, what about the performances though, and the script? Script is pretty good. Definitely takes certain liberties with some stuff. Definitely meshes some characters and some characters are very, I feel like, reminiscent of other Del Toro characters, particularly like characters from Shape of Water. Definitely feel like they're integrated into this story. And as for the acting, everyone here is very good. I don't know if there's anyone that's a particular standout. I would definitely say, again, 2 performances that are obviously going to be standouts are Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi. I would definitely say Elordi I put above Isaac's, mainly because he just transforms. Like, you do not see Jacob Elordi in this movie. Again, his depiction of Frankenstein is much more animalistic than I would say sluggish and zombie-like. There's just a certain, I would say, Frankenstein's always a violent edge to him, but here there is a savagery to it. Something that's just so shocking when you do see it unfold. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it other than that. The animal, again, I used to say it, an animalistic portrayal of Frankenstein. That's the best way to honestly describe it. The way he moves, the way he attacks people. Even in many ways, a lot of his speech it kind of does feel animalistic in a lot of the way he does approach people. So yeah, I would say if anyone were to get like a nomination, like an acting nomination for this, I would say Jacob Elordi and Resent should get that. That that being said, the stuff I feel like that people are not gonna like, stuff that I personally mind, is the pacing. Like some people are not really gonna like that this is a lot slower paced. It takes its time trying to really set up why, really focuses on why Victor is making the creature and the how he does it. And I think a lot of people are gonna get maybe a little restless, wondering, okay, when's the creature gonna show up? And honestly, yeah, my favorite, which I think that is a fair point. The creature does not show up for a long time, and that is probably going to turn some people off. But I don't think, but it didn't really bother me that much, since I feel like the how is really interesting. And you definitely tell there is a passion behind everything in this movie. And it definitely, and I don't know, for me, this is hands down one of the best films of the year. Was this one Del Toro's best? Probably not. But I think this is probably my favorite adaptation of the Frankenstein story. I would then say if it's showing at your local theater, check it out while you can, because it is going to be a limited release. I would, because is a movie that needs to be seen on the biggest screen possible. Honestly, for me, an 8 out of 10. Go see it. Absolutely fantastic.